Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about if it's your first day at the gym. So, if you are new to the gym or if you want to try and go and work out at the gym for the first time, then what you can do over this session is listen to some tips around what your first day in the gym is going to look like. If you guys have never seen me before, my name is Ross. And today we're going to be running through if it's your first day at the gym. Okay. Hey guys, thank you for joining. Today we're going to be running through a TikTok live session, all based around Hey guys, hope everyone's had a good week so far. Today we are going to be running through a TikTok live session talking about your first day at the gym. So if you are thinking about starting to go to the gym and you don't know where to start, then this live is going to be for you. Over the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be running through some tips and tricks that will help you with your first day in the gym. If this is the first time that you guys have seen me, my name is Ross. I'm based in London. I've got many years of training in the gym and the health and fitness space. I've been running these TikTok lives since the start of January. If you guys do join these sessions late, I do post them on my YouTube so you can actually watch them back there. If you guys are finding the live helpful, please like the live and ask questions as we're running through. I'm more than happy to answer any fitness related questions as we're running through the session. But to run a bit of an agenda for today's session, I'm going to be running into firstly my experience with my first day at the gym. We're then going to move into the 3 biggest beginner mistakes, what you should do if this is going to be your first day in the gym. I'm going to give you guys a very simple plan to follow. We're then going to move into gym confidence tips, moving through some popular Q&A questions. And then lastly, we're going to finish up around 7:30 with a call to action. So if it's your first day in the gym, you don't want to mess this up. This is where you're going to build strong foundations. And, from my side, although it was many years ago that I first went to the gym, I've got a lot of experience, and during the first part of this live, I'm actually going to be talking about my first ever gym experience and probably some of the feelings that you guys are feeling at the moment watching this, especially if it's going to be your first time going to the gym. So what I'm going to start off with first is actually talking about my first ever gym experience. I actually remember when I wanted to go to the gym many years ago now, my parents actually were afraid of me and my brother actually getting a gym membership because they were scared that we would actually hurt ourselves with all of the heavy weights in the gym. We actually were doing a lot of body weight training at home. And then once we actually got up to a good standard and my parents saw that we're actually being quite consistent with working out, they then decided that we were able to do and get our first gym membership. I actually remember the first time that I went to the gym, I actually felt quite lost. I didn't really know what to do in terms of a structure, in terms of any exercises. And I definitely had a lot of gym anxiety because I was very small and very skinny and very much underweight. I was pretty much just like a deer in headlights. I didn't really know what to do or where to go. And to be honest with you, if this is going to be your first day in the gym, the one thing that I can definitely take away from that first day is at first you think everyone is judging you, but in actual reality, no one actually cares. Everyone is so focused on their own workouts that you can go in there, especially as a beginner, and just get it done. The most important thing that you can do when it comes to performing your first day in the gym, it is all about just turning up consistently. A lot of people, especially when I first was traveling to the gym, I was actually getting the bus there. I was thinking in my mind, look, I don't really know what to do. Maybe I'll just leave it until tomorrow. Oh, there's going to be other people in there who know what they're doing. They're going to judge me. But look, at the end of the day, the only way that this is going to get better is if you just keep going consistently. So it's really, really important if it's going to be your first day in the gym. From my experience, although I've been training many, many years now, it is all about thinking we all start somewhere. So if you don't start going to the gym consistently or overcoming that fear, and to be honest with you, when it comes to like anxiety, usually for the majority of the time, especially when it comes to the gym, you are building it up so much worse in your mind than the actual reality. All you need to do is just keep going consistently, and then that loss of feeling lost, not knowing what machines to do, having gym anxiety, it starts to subside because the consistency builds confidence. So guys, if you are liking this live, please like the live. Thank you very much for the feedback, for liking the live. If you guys have got any questions, they can be fitness related. Please put them in the comments. For anyone that's joining late, we are talking about the first day at the gym. So I've just spoken a little bit about my experience. What we're going to be moving on to next is the 3 biggest beginner mistakes. And I'm going to break this down very, very easily. So I think when it comes to one of the top biggest beginner mistakes is doing too much too soon. It's a bit like when everyone wants to get fit at the start of the year. They suddenly go from eating chocolate and cake on the sofa to then suddenly then going gym 6 days a week, having no junk food, and that is going to be me for the rest of my life, and I'm going to eat this boring diet and go to the gym 5-6 days a week. You need to build confidence when it comes to the gym. I always would recommend that you're best off starting small and building frequency up as you are more consistent. Even if you start going to the gym once a week to begin with, do that for 4 weeks. Then add an extra day. Do that for another 4 weeks and then add an extra day. If you do this in a very consistent manner over a period of time, your body then enables you to get used to the intensity and gets used to the frequency. If you then suddenly start at 6 days a week, straight from the get-go, you will pretty much burn out. It's not sustainable, and then you'll end up going from doing 6 days a week and doing nothing. Thank you very much for liking the live. Appreciate the feedback. Guys, if you've got any questions, please put them in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer any fitness related questions. So the first biggest beginner mistake when it comes to going to the gym is doing too much too soon. Start with going to the gym once a week, twice a week. Personally, I only go to the gym now 3 days a week, just because I'm extremely busy with my time. And I think 3 days a week, 3 1-hour gym sessions a week is enough to maintain or build a good physique. No one can tell me any different, because if you are consistent, consistency is key. The second biggest beginner mistake is copying random workouts. The most important thing that you need to do, especially when you're new, is it's really, really crucial to make sure that you have a structure. Going into the gym with a structure enables you to go from point A to point B to point C to point D. It also as well then relieves some of that anxiety, because when you're going into the gym first and you're feeling a little bit lost, the most important thing that you can do is have a plan. And when you have a plan, you know that you can go from this machine to that machine to that machine, and it enables you to have an element of consistency throughout your workout. If you guys are looking for a gym beginner program, I have got a free 3-day full body split that you can actually find on my main page. You can actually download it for free. It's actually made for beginners like yourselves, so please feel free to download it. Let me know how your progress goes in the gym. Really looking forward to you making some serious gains on that program. And the last biggest beginner biggest beginner mistake is completely skipping the plan altogether. You can't go in there and do random workouts. The most important thing about having a plan is you can start tracking things week to week, month to month. So when sometimes you feel demotivated or you feel like you're not making any progress, you can then look back to what you've tracked a month, 2 months ago, and then you can actually see how much you've progressed from 1 month to the next. So one of the biggest beginner mistakes is actually skipping a plan. So really, really crucial with that. Really simple in terms of if it's going to be your first day in the gym, you don't need a 2-hour workout and you don't need to be training like a bodybuilder on day one. You don't need to be doing that. Remember, if you're doing this for general health and fitness, it's all about consistency. I will train hard in the gym. I'm not Ronnie Coleman in his peak. This is not my full-time job. At the end of the day, we're here to maintain a good physique. Thank you guys for liking the live. Really, really appreciate the feedback. Guys, any questions, please put them in the comments. I'm glad that you guys are finding the session useful. Next, we're going to be moving into what you should do if it is your day one in the gym. So this is where I'm going to give you guys a very, very simple plan. So you're going to do a 5 to 10 minute warm up. This could be on a treadmill. It could be on a cross trainer. It could be on a rowing machine. It could even be on a bike. Whatever cardio machine that you like, all you need to do in that first 5 to 10 minutes during your first day is just bring up your heart rate ever so slightly to get your body and your muscles warm for your workout. You then need to have a structure of 3 to 5 exercises. Have a full body focus, and the most important thing is keep it simple. That's why my free 3-day full body plan is machine based. It's got a full body focus and it actually includes a warm up in there. So if you guys are looking for an easy plan to follow that is free of charge, please head over to my main page and download your free 3-day full body split that you guys can use from today. You can actually use that from today. It will come over email in a PDF format. In terms of the simple exercises that you guys can follow is squats. For legs, you can do push for chest and shoulders. Pull is for back, and then you need to make sure that you'll be focusing on your core. So this could be things like leg raises, planks. Keep it super, super basic. The main goal for your first day in the gym is just show up and finish. That is it. You don't need to be an expert. Go and download that free 3-day full body split on my main page. All I'm asking of you, if this is your first time in the gym, is just to go from point A to point B to point C and finish those daily workouts. They're simple to follow. They're more machine based, so they're very, very easy for you guys to follow. You're not going to get lost in the gym. It's going to enable you guys to build confidence. We've just got over 15 minutes left of this live left. Guys, any questions, please put them in the comments. Please like the live if you guys are finding it helpful. What we're going to talk about next when it comes to your first day in the gym is we're going to be talking about gym confidence tips. So this is really, really crucial, because if you can now being confident when you're going to the gym, this is going to set you up for success in the long term. When I talk about going to the gym, the most important thing is actually not the workout, it's actually your mindset. And it starts from when you actually go into the gym for your first time. So what I want you guys to do, if this is your first time in the gym, is I want you to walk in there like you belong there. Regardless if this is your first day or if this is your 1,000th or 10,000th day in the gym, you need to walk in there like you belong. And the main reason for that is regardless of whatever fitness level that you are, everyone belongs in the gym, because this is a gym community and this is a public space for everyone to use it. And if it is your first day, or if it is your 1,000th, 10,000th, 20,000th, 30,000th day, everyone belongs in the gym, and you need to believe that. Next thing in terms of gym confidence is you'll have gym staff in and around the gym. If you don't know how to use an exercise, you guys can obviously ping me on here. Feel free to direct message me. If you wanted to see someone in person, all gyms have staff in person that can help you. Lean on those people, lean on those trainers inside of the gym. Do one machine at a time. Really take your time. Don't rush through the process. And most important is bring some headphones. When you're listening to your own music, it enables you to relax and fully get into the workout. That is the key to getting through your first session. Remember that confidence doesn't come first, action does. And this is why going to the gym consistently, getting your first workout completed, is setting you up for success in the long term. What we're going to talk about next is the most popular questions, and I'm going to give you guys answers when it comes to going to the gym for the first time. If you are overweight, what happens if I'm overweight and I want to start the gym? Going to the gym if you're overweight is a perfect first step. Remember that no one is judging you when you're going to the gym for the first time. All you guys need to do is just get the session done. Not asking you to train like a bodybuilder. I'm not asking you to train for 2 hours. It doesn't matter if you're underweight or overweight. Just go into the gym, complete that free 3-day full body split that I've given you guys free of charge. You can find that on my main profile. Just follow one exercise to the next. Don't worry about if you're overweight or underweight. No one is judging you. What if you don't know what you're doing? That's where you can download that free 3-day full body split on my main page. That will then guide you on a structured way for your first workout. And how long should you stay in the gym? I would recommend no longer than an hour. 1 hour in the gym is more than enough. You don't need to go into the gym and spend 2 hours there. 1 hour with adequate rest time in between each exercise with a warm up and cool down. You'll be very, very easily in and out there within an hour. That is plenty. And the one thing that I wanted to highlight, guys, as well is, again, going back to this point, is no one cares if you are a beginner. Everyone is too focused on themselves. Everyone is too focused on their own workouts. No one is watching you. No one is thinking, it's Ross's first day in the gym. Everyone, let's have a look at him and see what he's doing. Everyone understands and everyone knows that the gym is a safe space. And we've all started somewhere. Even for me, when I was sharing my experience about my first day in the gym, everyone starts somewhere. And the hardest part is just completing the first day. You don't need motivation. You just need to make a decision. And that is the decision to go through those gym doors and complete your first workout. Once you get the first one out the way, you've built momentum, and then you're well on your way. So guys, what I wanted to finish up on lastly is just a call to action. So if you guys are starting this week, what I want you guys to do is go onto my main page, download the free 3-day full body split, and start day one either today or tomorrow. Please ask me, guys, any questions. Please let me know how you're getting on with your first day in the gym. I'm more than happy to answer any questions or comments on that. And the most important thing as well is actually to have fun. Remember, when it comes to getting in shape and starting the gym, it's fun. And if it is fun and you create it like it is a fun activity and you take the pressure off of yourself, you'll find that you'll be a lot more consistent. But thank you very much, guys, today for running through this first day at the gym live series. If you guys have joined this session late, please head over to my YouTube. I post up all of my lives on there. Please follow me for more fitness advice. Please download that free 3-day full body split, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Have a lovely evening, guys. Bye-bye.